vlog. If you're new here, welcome to my corner of the internet. My name is Claudia. I'm a 27-year-old living in California, just trying to balance out working a 9 to 5, working out, and enjoying my 20s. I'm currently training for a half marathon and I've managed to make that my entire personality. If any of that sounds interesting, go ahead, subscribe so you can follow along. We have a really fun and productive weekend ahead of us. Actually, tonight we're gonna be having my 27th birthday party, and the theme is 27 dresses. So pretty much I invited everyone to wear that dress that they never have an occasion to wear, or that they have only been able to wear once. So I'm very excited to see all the dresses my friends are going to be wearing. I'm trying to decide between two dresses, my prom dress and then also this one dress that I wore to a wedding. I have a yoga class at 9. As I mentioned, I'm training for a half marathon and my legs have been feeling it. I am so sore. Last time I went, I think it was like 3 days ago, and when the class ended, I was like starting to feel better and starting to feel stretched out. I really felt like I needed like a whole other hour. So I'm really hoping after today's session I will be feeling so much better and I will be ready for tomorrow's long run. Let me give you guys a sneak peek of how everything for the party is going right now. As you can see, we got some like vines on the ceiling. The theme, like I mentioned, is 27 dresses, but then also we wanted to do kind of like a tea party, like garden party theme. I don't know, we mixed a lot of themes together. It's actually coming out pretty well. This is how our living room is looking right now. There's so many flowers everywhere. My roommate decored this entire thing. Like, I could never do this. We moved out all of the couches and stuff, and my roommate rented out these tables and chairs, and she made these floral arrangements that are honestly so beautiful. We went to Trader Joe's and we got the flowers from there, and then she's using these wine bottles as vases, and this just looks so good. And then this is gonna be where we're gonna set up like our drinks. It's supposed to be like a tea party, so that's why we have like teacups here. And then this is gonna be where our food is. And she made this beautiful sign, just says happy birthday Claudia. So really, when you're looking at it, it just looks like amazing. It looks like a little garden party. We had to move our furniture out of the kitchen, put it there so people can eat, and then have to get the couches out of the living room and put them on the kitchen. These are the 3-layer cake that she was baking last night. She's too sweet, she's too nice. I know. And then over here we got more snacks for the party, and then this is out here to remind me that I need to make muffins. I'm thinking of making like blueberry and strawberry muffins, and I might do like a cheesecake filling just because I love cheesecake, but it's obviously like an extra step that I don't really know if I'm gonna have time. So TBD. Let's go ahead and make coffee because it's 8 and I really need to get some stuff done before we leave to the yoga class in like 30 minutes. A few things that I needed to do. I definitely been reading. Like, I used to fly through books so quickly. Like, I would read a book in a week. I've read books in 3 days. If the book's really interesting and I'm intrigued, this usually happens with thrillers, I will read the book in 3 days. But now, I mean, I've had this book for like 2 weeks and a half and I'm only like halfway there. So I really need to dedicate some time to reading. I haven't been able to lately. I feel like I just don't have a lot of time between editing videos for YouTube, editing videos for TikTok, training for a half marathon, and also I feel like, I feel like I'm constantly on a busy season at work. So it's actually been so long since I've been able to like sit down and dedicate some time to just relaxing and reading, and that's what we're gonna do right now. That yoga class feels so good. I feel stretched out, I feel relaxed, I almost fell asleep during Shavasana. It was everything I wanted and a little more. But I would say that we have a tiny little funny story here. When I go into the classes, sometimes I record myself because, you know, content creators, whatever. I usually try to not be annoying. I find myself a corner, I angle the phone towards, you know, the wall, and it's only me. I make sure there's no one behind me, no one that's showing up on my videos, because I don't know, I don't want to be disrespectful to other people. So I always make sure that I'm not disturbing the instructor, I'm not disturbing the other people that are attending, I'm definitely not interrupting the class. To be fair, I did a good job. It wasn't because I was recording. The reason why I disrupted the class a little tiny bit, it's because of a lamp that was right behind me. So we went on like a one leg downward facing dog, and when I kicked my leg up, I kicked the lamp that was right behind me. Luckily, the lamp had a paper shade and nothing happened. Like, I didn't break anything, but it kind of makes some noise. The instructor had to come and fix it, and I kind of felt bad for that, and I was kind of ashamed about it. Also, this class is a power flow, so there's a few inversions, and we have been practicing crow for the last like 6 months. And when we started that, I wasn't able to do anything, and today I actually like floated for like half a second. And then we're also tried out the side crows. I think that's what they're called. I don't know. I'm not a yoga instructor. I also have floated there for like half a second too. So definitely some progress. Considering I practice yoga usually like once a week, that's pretty good progress, in my personal opinion. It's almost 10:30. I haven't had any breakfast, so I brought this with me. These are so good, actually. If you haven't tried them, highly recommend them. So I'm gonna drink this, and I need to get gas on my car, and then we're gonna drive home. And while I make breakfast, I'm also gonna start making my muffins. Like, this muffins for me is that one thing that you keep pushing back because you don't really feel like doing, because it's gonna be a lot of effort. And it's not even the actually making the muffins, it's that I'm just not a good baker. This is my roommate's to-do list, and this is the one thing that I need to do. 8 chocolate chip croissants. I feel like we just need to get it done. Despise folding clothes. I literally procrastinated as much as possible. This has literally been here for like 24 hours at this point. And yes, I slept under it. To be fair, it kind of feels like a weighted blanket, so I usually don't mind. I just finished baking the blueberry muffins, and I have the batter ready for the strawberry ones, so I'm just waiting for the blueberry ones to cool down so I can take them out and use the same pan for the strawberry ones. And in the meantime, I'm gonna be folding my clothes and kind of like organizing my room, because to be fair, it's not the worst, but it could be better. So we're gonna dedicate like, I don't know, 10-15 minutes to that. And after I put the muffins in the oven, I'm gonna do my makeup because it's time to get ready. The party is supposed to start at like 6, and I know I am gonna take forever getting ready. Also, we had some friends over, and they have been helping with setting everything up and just cooking and everything. So the kitchen, it's absolute chaos, but everything looks actually so good. It's 4:30. I'm drinking my electrolyte and my creatine here because I have forgot about that. And I just did my hair, so the party's gonna start in like an hour and a half, or at least that's when I invited the people to come over. Some of them are already here. Like, I mean, we have been hanging out all day, and they have been helping with like setting the party, cooking, everything. But like I said, I did my makeup. I put it in a bun because I'm gonna be wearing a gown, but then I left out like some like little curls here and there, and I think it looks kind of cute. But I feel like when you look at me like straightforward, like it kind of looks like I don't have any hair. So whenever I take a picture, I just gotta remember to like, you know, I need to do my makeup, and then we need to pick what dress we're gonna wear. And then I'm also gonna put some jewelry, of course, and then maybe some like hair accessories, so like it just doesn't look like I don't have any hair. I really like how the makeup came out. I think it looks really good. And the hair, my boyfriend's calling. Hello? Hi? What's up? Makeup's done and the hair's done. We need to decide what dress we're gonna be wearing today. So, this is one that I wore for prom. I know, very sexy, especially for an 18-year-old, if you ask me right now. I loved it. Actually, this dress is so beautiful, and I actually haven't had another chance to wear that, of course. This is more of like a sweet, springy, more like a romantic cut, and I actually love this dress. It's so pretty. You know what? I might actually just end up wearing this because of like all the flowers that we have and the theme going on. I think this is more the vibe, but I wore this to a wedding a few years ago and haven't worn it since. So, this is gonna look so cute. Yes, I think this is gonna be the dress for tonight. It's just so beautiful, the pattern. And this is what I have for accessories. So I'm gonna put this in my hair. These are gonna be the earrings, and then I'm gonna wear this to cover my garment. I just took my watch off, and like this is what I was talking about, that I'm gonna use this to cover. See? I mean, it's not perfect, obviously, but it's better than nothing. And here's the final look. Oh, it's so cute. I'm obsessed. Had a very slow start to my day, but we're about to turn it around. We need to get some stuff done. Yesterday was definitely kind of like the fun day of the weekend, and then today is gonna be the productive one, just because we need to get a few things done so we are set for the next week. Let's just go down my to-do list for the day. So I need to get my half marathon training done. I need to go to the grocery store. I feel like I need to clean my room. I like dusted yesterday, but I really want to vacuum and organize a few things. In addition to that, I want to deep clean the kitchen. We made a little mess yesterday while cooking and preparing everything for the party, and we did clean a little bit, but I really want to like go away and like deep clean everything and make sure everything's clean before the start of the new week. I need to edit one of the YouTube videos that are going to go up next week. I need to plan out my TikToks for the week. Once all of that is done, hopefully I have some time to sit down and do some damage to my book. I was reading some of the book this morning and I realized that I have 180 pages to go. I don't really think I'm gonna go through all of them today. That would be crazy considering all the other things that I need to do. But oh, there's one more thing that we need to do. We need to watch the new Severance episode. That's it. I didn't have time on Friday and I tried to start it last night after the party. I was so exhausted. I fell asleep within like the first 5 minutes. So we need to watch the Severance episode today, and then after that we can sit down and read and relax and hopefully go to bed early. The party was honestly so amazing. Let me just like recap a little bit. So when you walk in, this is what you had. So it says, "Ooh, you clean up good. I might even be into you," which is like a quote from the 27 Dresses movie. And then you walk into the living room and this is how it looked. I'm pretty sure I already put videos from last night, but then there was this sign which is also really cute. And then we have some leftovers. So this was the cake, vanilla with strawberry and buttercream frosting. I just got ready for today's run. It's like low 60s today, so this is what we got. My favorite hokas for long runs, and then the rest of the outfits actually just Lulu. That's gonna so we got leggings, a long sleeve, and then the jacket. The jacket's probably gonna come off as I start running. Honestly, I'm not even gonna wear it during the run, but I'm gonna park downtown and then I'm gonna go on the run, and after that I'm gonna go to the farmer's market. So I'm just gonna keep the jacket with me because I feel like once I like cool down and stop running, I'm gonna be getting cold, and I think it might be windy, so might as well just have a jacket with me. And then how cute is this hat? It's literally my golfing hat, but it's such a good material for running and sweating, so whatever. But if you get the reference, we can be best friends. And if you don't get it, it's from Happy Gilmore. I actually love that movie. If you haven't watched it, you should. It's from like 1998 or something like that. Actually, they're making a second part, so I'm really gonna get going soon. But I'm finishing up my coffee and then my breakfast. It was just a massive piece of sourdough. I actually ate like 3/4 already with peanut butter and banana on top because, you know, carbs, whatever. I feel like I should have had this like at least an hour before my run, but we're gonna do like 30 minutes because I don't know. I'm just running late today. I'm running a little late because I was actually making a TikTok this morning. I want to do like a come on a run with me vlog kind of deal, but on the weekends I try to, you know, push my creativity a little more and try to make it a little more fun. It actually comes out good. I'll insert it in a card right here so you guys can watch it. I'm 2 miles into my run and the shirt came out. It was too hot. I just couldn't do it. I don't really think I'm gonna be able to wear the jacket either. The sun's shining, the flowers are blooming. It's a spring day and I'm here for it. The run's actually feeling really, really good. No pains, no nothing. If you've watched my previous vlog, you will know that I have been having some pain here and there and I'm trying to figure out if I'm injured or if I'm just sore or what's going on. So it's actually so good that I don't have any pain right now. I'm really excited about that. I don't really think you can hear me with all the wind, so let's just keep running. I'm back from my run. I showered, I changed into new clothes, and I'm about to have breakfast. Well, it's 3:30, so it's breakfast food, but I'm actually gonna have it for a late lunch. So this is gonna be my second meal of the day, but technically it's my first large meal of the day. I mean, I don't know, do we want to count the sourdough with the peanut butter this morning? Anyways, I feel like this is an ungodly amount of food, but this is what happens when you run 8 miles and haven't had any meals. So let me walk you through it. So we got some avocado toast with arugula, tomatoes, and a balsamic glaze. This is leftovers from last night's charcuterie board. We got some eggs here for protein, orange juice with my creatine on it, and then a bowl of Greek yogurt with some berries, which are also leftover from last night. I'm about to watch Severance, because as you can see here, I started last night, but I haven't finished it. And I feel like this is probably the best time where I can actually sit down, pay attention, and look for all those clues that are gonna feed all of my theories. Because honestly, I feel like my boyfriend wants to kill me now because I told him I was gonna watch it on Friday. So then he watched it on Friday and we have been watching it together so we can like discuss our theories and whatever. And it's Sunday and I still haven't watched it. And I feel like he's dying to talk about it. But of course, he doesn't want to spoil it for me. There was so much that happened in that episode. I mean, they're definitely setting it off for the last episode of the season. And, you know, see, I love Severance. It's probably one of the best shows that I've ever watched. Because I truly love thrillers and mysteries and all of that. But I do share the frustration with one of my friends where it is so frustrating to not know what's going on. And like, it doesn't matter how many episodes you watch, like we're not gonna get answers. I mean, I feel like if any, episode 10 is gonna be the biggest cliffhanger ever. Like, I already have so many questions and so many things that I need to get answered, and I just know that I'm not gonna get any answers to that. But the episode was really good. I thought it was really funny. Mr. Milkshake is so funny. Honestly, I think he's one of my favorite characters, and like I've been calling him Mr. Milkshake since like season 1, like episode 3. But I love him. I love his character and I think he's so cool. And definitely this episode where he like actually stood up to like management. Heliar is just walking down the halls. It's just perfection. Like, she kills it every single time. I know Mark runs and everything and those shots are pretty cool, but Helly strutting down the hallway, put ideas out there without actually seeing anything. So like if you haven't watched it, like you won't get much of the episode spoiled, but then also like if you watch it you kind of get what I'm talking about. But yeah, in general it was a really good episode. Also Miss Huang, I like Miss Huang. My heart broke for her twice in this episode. If you watch it, you know which parts. Now I can call my boyfriend tonight and we can have probably like a whole hour of us just like talking about our theories about the show, what's gonna happen, what has been happening, where this whole story is going. I also figured this will be a great time to walk through my run. Like, I don't think I gave you any updates after I was done with it. So, funny story, I actually didn't check what the workout was because every single Sunday it has been a long run. So I got there and then my watch said like an hour. I'm doing the Garmin plan, and when you started running, it only shows you the current step and then the next one. So when I started, it was 5-minute warm up, which I usually walk, and then an hour run. And I was like, okay, bad, shorter run today. I started the hours and I was telling me an hour for the current one, and then the next one's gonna be a 10-minute at like a faster pace. And I was like, okay. But then I started feeling great. The sun was out, the birds were chirping, the flowers were blooming. I had great music. Can we talk about the new Chapel Wrong song? I listened to it like 5 times during my run. I like it. I accidentally bumped into it while I was listening to the Hot Country playlist on Spotify, and I was like, ooh, who is this? I like it. If you haven't listened to it, you should listen to it because it's pretty good. Anyways, so then I started 10-minute run, and then the next one says like 5 minutes, and I was like, okay, it's in my 5-minute cooldown. No, I finished my 10-minute run at a faster pace, and then I realized I actually had another 5 minutes at an even faster pace, and I was like already going all out. So I was like, okay, well, I guess I have to do this. Actually, the fast and faster like periods that I have, so that whole 15-minute I actually ran at the same time, because that was already my all out. Like, I didn't have anything else in me because you're supposed to run fast but not sprint. Anyways, it ended up being like an hour and 25-minute run, and I thought it was an hour, and it actually was a progression run, not a long run. But honestly, anything over an hour I count it as a long run. But I have actually found that this watch just gives me an insane amount of data and stats. I don't even know what to do with half of this. So my total run time was actually an hour and 15 minutes for a total of 7.59 miles and an average pace of 9:53 per mile, which is actually pretty good, pretty solid, I would say. It was just kind of a longer run. I wasn't really like trying really hard. I was just vibing to whatever music I was listening at the moment. So if it was slow, I was going slow. If it was like upbeat, I was going a little bit faster. Okay, so for the first like 10 minutes, the goal was an 8:50 minute per mile, and I actually ended up doing an 8:31 minute per mile. And then for the even faster 5-minute period, it was supposed to be an 8-minute per mile. I didn't pace myself because I didn't know there was another 5 minutes. This second interval ended up being an 8:23. So it was still a teeny little bit faster, but it wasn't at the goal pace. But I would say that this workout was, for vibes, it was like a 9 out of 10. It was solid vibes. My performance on it, I would say, was more closer to like 7.5, perhaps 8. I felt pretty good. There was no pain, and I think at this point, more than building my endurance, I should really be building my speed. We're doing a little guest right now. Everyone say hi to Hoppa. I just came out from the grocery store. Had this whole idea where I was gonna sit down and I was gonna make a meal plan for the week, because I feel like I go to the grocery store too many times. Like, I go to the grocery store like 3-4 times a week, and that is too much, and I usually go hungry, so I end up buying like snacks and stuff that I don't need, and I don't end up eating by the end of the week. I said that I was gonna actually do a meal plan and have a grocery list and go into the grocery store with that list. Well, I did it, actually, except on my MacBook, and I guess the notes tab like didn't sync with my phone before I got to the grocery store. Even though I actually did all the work, I wasn't really able to use the grocery list for the groceries, but I think I did a good job. I feel like I forgot a few things, like I forgot to buy eggs and I forgot to buy avocados, which is pretty much what I have for breakfast every single day, but I'll show you what I got. So I ended up going to 2 different grocery stores, Safeway because they had some of their meat products on sale, and then I ended up going to Trader Joe's because I just like the specific products. I got some broccoli for dinners, fruit for breakfast, potatoes for lunches and dinners, and then I got some ground beef, and then also I think this is a steak. I've never cooked steak, so we're gonna figure that one out. Some blue cheese for my salads, baby spinach and arugula for my salads. I feel like this is gonna go so well with some of my toast in the morning. This is also for the salads, and I'm trying to include more beef bone broth in my cooking. I think I'm gonna be using it for whenever I make rice instead of water. I'm gonna do half water, half bone broth. I don't really follow a specific diet. I'm the closest to the animal-based diet, but I really just try to eat healthy, eat whole foods, kind of like high protein. I know the animal-based diet, it's like fruits, animal products and honey. I think that's pretty much it. Sometimes I include sourdough. I personally also like eating vegetables, and I also like eating sweet treats, so that's why I'm not committed to a specific diet. I'm definitely kind of like on the 80-20. Like I try to eat very healthy and clean for like 80% of my meals, and then the other 20 is just sweet treats. I do love a brownie. I do love a cupcake. I will eat as many croissants as you offer me. And talking about sweet treats, I am so excited that we have so many leftovers from the party yesterday, because tonight after dinner I'm gonna have so many sweet treats. Especially since I went on a run, I burned like so many calories, and like I've only had one real meal, so I need to make up these calories somehow. And my favorite way of doing that is by eating sweet treats. It's been a few hours. It's 9:05 and I'm just sitting here in my chair. I'm gonna be reading a few pages of my book before I go to bed. And in the meantime, I'm gonna be having some of the birthday cakes from yesterday. So a little teeny piece of the chocolate one and a big piece of the vanilla one. They are so good. They're almost better today than they were yesterday. But I did some stretching right before I sat on my chair to read here, because I know I was not gonna do it later. But I just felt like I needed. My legs were starting to get sore after the run today, especially after like pushing it those like 15 minutes at the end. And they're like also getting a little bit tight, so it was good to just like roll them out and actually, you know, get the lactic acid moving. Tomorrow I'll probably go on a morning walk unless it's raining outside. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and close the vlog here. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for coming along. We actually did a lot this weekend. Like looking back, I felt like the weekend just flew by. I mean, in between throwing a party, half marathon training, and then also like getting my life together and setting myself up for success for next week. I feel like it's crazy that we still have time to do some reading and relaxing before bed on a Sunday night. So I'm gonna call this weekend a success. But once again, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for coming along. And I'll see you on my next vlog. Bye!